Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been blowing up on TikTok, AI-generated history videos. Sounds cool, right? But what if I told you that these videos are often shockingly inaccurate, potentially misleading millions of viewers? We're not talking minor details here. We're talking about completely rewriting history. How can we trust what we see online when AI is creating these historical narratives? This is a problem, a serious one, and we need to talk about it. A new study from MIT shows that people who get their news primarily from TikTok are significantly more likely to believe false information. That's a scary statistic when you consider the platform's influence. So, buckle up, because we're about to expose some of the biggest AI history fails on TikTok and discuss what we can do to stop the spread of misinformation. Okay, so what's the deal? TikTok is flooded with accounts like Time Traveler POV and POV Lab, boasting nearly 1 million followers combined. They pump out AI-generated videos depicting historical events, from life in Pompeii to the trenches of World War I. These videos are designed to be immersive, putting you in the shoes of someone living in the past. The problem? Historians are sounding the alarm. These videos are often riddled with inaccuracies, presenting a distorted and romanticized version of history. We are talking millions of views, and those views are actively spreading misinformation on a global scale. These accounts are creating content that is meant to entertain, but it is also shaping the perceptions of history for a generation that is increasingly relying on social media for information. What happens when entertainment becomes the only source? Let's break down some specific examples. Take the Pompeii video. It shows people enjoying a sunny morning, feasting on lavish food before Vesuvius erupts. Historian Dr. Hannah Platts points out numerous errors: the wrong kind of bread, incorrect wine glasses, and a completely inaccurate depiction of the eruption itself. It is not just about getting the details wrong. It is about the bigger picture. These videos are not just misrepresenting the details. They are actively distorting the reality of the past. This can be seen as a form of historical erasure, where the complexities and nuances of the past are simplified and sanitized for entertainment purposes. This is especially problematic when it comes to sensitive events like the Black Death. The Black Death video is even worse. It depicts a woman with a bloodied face but perfectly clean clothes, looking strangely healthy. Professor Barbara Keyes calls it a Disney movie rendition of the medieval world. This romanticizes a period of immense suffering and death, minimizing the true horror of the Black Death. These inaccuracies are not just mistakes. They're fundamentally changing our understanding of these events. Think about the concept of historical presentism, judging the past by today's standards. AI is inadvertently creating a distorted lens, making it even harder to understand the context of historical events. The Journal of Social Media and Society recently published an article highlighting the dangers of relying on AI-generated content for historical education, citing a potential for increased bias and misinformation. This can lead to a generation that is not only misinformed, but also unable to critically analyze historical events. The AI is misinterpreting historical data, leading to inaccurate and misleading representations. This is not just about getting the facts wrong. It is about the ethics of using AI to represent history. We have a responsibility to ensure that AI is used to inform and educate, not to distort and mislead. The AI is not just misinterpreting historical data. It is also reinforcing existing biases and stereotypes. This can lead to a skewed understanding of the past, which can have serious consequences for our understanding of the present. The AI is not just misinterpreting historical data. It is also creating a false sense of historical accuracy. This can lead to people believing that these videos are accurate representations of the past, even when they are not. We need to be critical of the content we consume online, especially when it comes to AI-generated history videos. The World War I video is equally problematic. Military historian Robin Schaefer slams it as having not a shred of accuracy, calling the uniforms absurd. The Chernobyl video is no better. Professor Keyes points out that it doesn't even resemble real images of Chernobyl. These videos prioritize entertainment over accuracy, creating a completely false impression of these events. It's not just about the visual inaccuracies, either. These videos often lack historical context, failing to explain the complexities and nuances of these events. This can lead to a superficial understanding of history, where viewers are left with a distorted and incomplete picture. For instance, the World War I video focuses on the soldiers' daily lives, but fails to address the political and social factors that led to the war. This can lead to a lack of understanding of the war's causes and consequences. The Chernobyl video focuses on the immediate aftermath of the disaster, but fails to address the long-term health and environmental impacts. This can lead to a lack of understanding of the disaster's true scale. It is a matter of algorithmic bias. AI models are trained on data, and if that data is biased, the resulting AI will also be biased. This can lead to AI-generated history videos that perpetuate harmful stereotypes and misrepresentations. The AI and Society journal recently published a study on the dangers of algorithmic bias in historical AI, highlighting the potential for AI to reinforce existing power structures and inequalities. This is a serious concern, and we need to be aware of it when we consume AI-generated history videos. We need to be critical of the content we consume online, especially when it comes to AI-generated history videos. We need to be aware of the potential for bias and misinformation, and we need to demand more accuracy and context from these videos. The creators of these videos have a responsibility to ensure that their content is accurate and informative. They need to consult with historians and experts to ensure that their videos are not misleading. They also need to provide context and explanation, so that viewers can understand the complexities and nuances of the events they are depicting. If they don't, they are actively contributing to the spread of misinformation and historical inaccuracy. The problem is, the fun aspect often outweighs the educational value. The creators themselves admit their videos are meant to be cinematic and immersive, not strict documentaries. But when millions are watching, that disclaimer rings hollow. We are not just talking about a few harmless mistakes. We are talking about a systematic distortion of history, a dangerous trend that needs to be addressed immediately. The creator's justification that these videos spark curiosity is not enough. Curiosity without accuracy is just misinformation. It is like giving someone a map that leads them to the wrong destination. They may be curious about the journey, but they will ultimately end up lost and confused. We need to ensure that AI-generated history videos are not just sparking curiosity, but also providing accurate and informative content. So, why is this happening? Part of the problem lies in how these AI models are trained. They scrape data from the internet, often without regard for copyright or accuracy. This means they can be trained on biased or inaccurate sources, leading to distorted outputs. And, let's be real, historical accuracy often takes a back seat to virality. Shocking, right? There is even a plan from the current administration that allows big tech to ignore copyright rules when training AI. This means that AI can use any online material, such as text, images, or music, to improve its AI models, without respecting copyright laws that ensure its creators get paid. This is a huge problem for creators and historians alike. It is a system that rewards quantity over quality, virality over accuracy. The result is a flood of AI-generated content that is often misleading and inaccurate. The concept of data provenance is vital here. We need to know where the AI is getting its information. Without transparency, it's impossible to assess the accuracy and reliability of the generated content. The problem is that AI algorithms are often black boxes, making it difficult to trace the origins of the data they use. The lack of transparency makes it difficult to identify and correct biases in the data. We need to demand more transparency from AI developers. They need to provide information about the data they use to train their models, so that we can assess the accuracy and reliability of the generated content. The issue of copyright is also crucial. AI companies should not be allowed to use copyrighted material without permission. This not only violates the rights of creators, but it also leads to the proliferation of inaccurate and misleading information. AI companies need to respect copyright laws and ensure that their AI models are trained on accurate and reliable data. The lack of copyright protection is leading to a race to the bottom, where AI companies are prioritizing quantity over quality. This is not sustainable in the long run. We need to create a system that incentivizes accuracy and quality, not just virality. And here's a fun fact. TikTok's own content moderation systems are often flawed. There have been multiple instances where the platform has mistakenly flagged content from marginalized creators, while simultaneously allowing hate speech to thrive. This creates a bizarre situation where accurate historical information might be censored, while inaccurate AI-generated content is allowed to spread unchecked. It is a paradox. The platform is simultaneously censoring accurate information and allowing inaccurate information to spread. This is not just a problem for historians and creators, it is a problem for everyone who uses the platform. It undermines the credibility of the platform and makes it difficult to trust the information you find there. TikTok's algorithm is a black box, and it's not always clear why certain content is flagged or promoted. This lack of transparency makes it difficult to understand the platform's content moderation policies and practices. We need to demand more transparency from TikTok. They need to provide information about their algorithm and their content moderation policies so that we can understand how the platform works and why certain content is flagged or promoted. TikTok also needs to do a better job of moderating content. They need to invest in human moderators who can identify and remove hate speech and misinformation. They also need to improve their algorithms to better detect and prevent the spread of harmful content. TikTok has a responsibility to protect its users from harmful content, and they need to take this responsibility seriously. The platform's content moderation policies are often inconsistent and arbitrary. This leads to confusion and frustration among creators and users. TikTok needs to create clear and consistent content moderation policies that are fair and transparent. The Journal of Online Trust and Safety recently published an article on the challenges of content moderation on social media platforms, highlighting the need for clear policies, transparent algorithms, and human oversight. It is a complex issue, but it is one that TikTok needs to address if it wants to maintain its credibility. Okay, so what can we do? First, be critical of what you see online. Just because a video is popular doesn't mean it's accurate. Do some research. Check multiple sources. Look for information from reputable historians and experts. Second, support creators who prioritize accuracy and context. There are plenty of historians and educators on TikTok who are doing great work. Follow them, share their content, and amplify their voices. Third, demand more from TikTok. Hold them accountable for the content that is allowed on their platform. Contact them directly, use the report function, and make your voice heard. Fourth, we as a community need to support media literacy education. This is a problem that is not going away. We need to teach people how to critically evaluate information online so that they can make informed decisions about what they believe. This is not just a problem for young people. It is a problem for everyone. We all need to be more media literate so that we can protect ourselves from misinformation and disinformation. The National Association for Media Literacy Education offers resources and training for educators and individuals. It is a great place to start if you want to learn more about media literacy. We need to create a culture of critical thinking where people are encouraged to question the information they encounter online. This is not about being cynical or distrustful. It is about being informed and responsible. We need to teach people how to identify bias, how to evaluate sources, and how to think critically about the information they consume. The AI boom is not going away. It is only going to get bigger. We need to be prepared for a world where AI is generating more and more of the content we consume. This means that we need to be even more critical of what we see online, and we need to demand more accuracy and transparency from AI developers. The future of history depends on it. The accuracy of our understanding of the past is not inaccurate, and misleading information can be used to justify discrimination and oppression. We need to ensure that AI is not used to perpetuate harmful stereotypes and misrepresentations. We need to use AI to promote understanding and empathy. We need to use AI to create a more just and equitable world. The rise of AI-generated history videos on TikTok is a double-edged sword. It has the potential to engage a new audience with history, but it also carries the risk of spreading misinformation and distorting our understanding of the past. We need to be critical consumers of this content, and we need to demand more accuracy and transparency from the platforms and creators who are producing it. What do you think? Are AI history videos a harmless form of entertainment or a dangerous source of misinformation? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of AI and technology. Stay informed, stay critical, and stay curious. See you in the next video.